Hi, my name is Angela MacFarlane, and I have a ground mount solar panel system. I have 32 panels, and I've had the system for going on 3 years now. My initial thoughts of Sunley were good at the time. 3 years ago, they were being advertised and promoted well across the island, and I thought nothing ventured, nothing gained. I might as well reach out and get a quote and speak to other customers who have had them, and it was relatively new at that time. So I thought, yeah, let's get the quotes going and let's have the discussion. At that time, I wasn't really familiar with a lot of other companies on the island that was doing solar panels, to be honest. So the marketing that Sunley was putting out there was, it reached me well, obviously. And I think I just found them at the home show that was happening here in March. So I reached out to them and they seemed very personable and friendly and seemed to have all the information. So I booked to have a sit-down meeting to discuss it further. I've lived at this place. I built this house 5 years ago, so I had always in my mind thought about going solar, but I wanted to do the background first on how much energy I would consume at the house before I did go solar, so I would have a better idea. So for the first 2 years of living here at the new house, what I would do is I would save all my electrical bills and just measure it with the offset of what it would be to go solar. And I frequently refer back to them, and I'm amazed at the amount of money that I'm able to save on my electric bill. Working with Sunley customer service with the purchase installation from the beginning all the way right to the end was stellar. Everyone was professional. Everyone was very patient because it was new. There was no challenges whatsoever. They were very familiar with the provincial and the federal grant applications. They would walk you through step by step. Some applications they were able to help you with. Others we had to do on our own, but even though we had to do them on our own, they were there with you to help assist, and I really appreciated that. They were very good at keeping their appointments and their times when not a lot of other companies were able to do that. I remember coming home one day and the posts were in the ground, and then the very next day it was done. They were all mounted, and I was just amazed. I ran into them coming on the second day when they were installing it, and even the installation guys were friendly. I asked questions and they were very informative. They knew what they were doing, so that just sort of reassured me as well. And I just really enjoyed even the follow-up experience after they were installed. You would get like a call, I think 30 or 60 days later, how are things going? And anytime I had a question about going on the app, to assessing the app and making sure that I can check the readings online and communicate with them, they've been nothing but very helpful. And then they always follow up. How did things go? Did we answer all your questions? And I really appreciated that as a customer. The cleanup and the aftercare of the installation, I think it, in my mind, and I don't know, I'm not a solar panel installer, but for ground mount, I think it was safer and it was easier for them to install. And the cleanup, there was nothing to clean up. Like, I came home and it was just like, wow, it's there, it's perfect. There's nothing to clean up on my end. The installation personnel were wonderful. They told me with the ground mounts, it gives you the ability to tilt them during the different seasons. So they went over that. They took the time to go over with me and showed me how to tilt it. And they showed me where to get the two tools, the two socket wrenches, in order for me to tilt it properly and the different times a year. So I really appreciated them taking the time to show me how to do that and then advise me where I could get those tools. How I calculated my offset estimate is during the summer season is when you get most of your energy, and then it goes back into the system and it banks it there for you for when you need it during the less sunny days, which is in the winter. So right now during the summer seasons and into the winter, I'm usually only paying that minimum hookup fee with Maritime Electric, which is anywhere from $35 to $40 a month. So I generate enough solar power during those sunny days to keep me going pretty much all throughout the winter. There might be a little bit of an adjustment in late January, February, where I might have to pay a little bit. But for me, financially, the reason I made this decision is, yes, the solar panels cost money, but with the provincial and the federal grants and the interest-free loan that you get, within 10 years, you own it. So it's a long-term investment. And in 10 years' time, I'm only going to be paying that minimum hookup fee. So for me, it just made sense. It's kind of like when you're purchasing a car. Right now, car loans, you can get a car loan for 3 years, 5 years, or even 8 years. It's the same thing. When you're done paying off the car, you own it and then you can sell it. I believe it adds value to your home if you're ever looking to resell your home. The cost of energy is only going to go up like anything else in this world, which is unfortunate. So we have to find ways to make use of the energy that we have to help pay for it. So it just made sense for me. I have noticed a huge difference in my electricity bill. Before I got the solar panels, usually around the month of February or January, my electric bill would be close to $600 a month. And I'm sure there's many islanders that can attest to that. And you're racking your brain why. I'm a single person living here. I got all energy efficient electrical devices, and I kept asking myself why. So for the first 2 years of living here without solar panels, in the month of February, and I would get that high bill, I would be texting my neighbors and my sister to say, what is your bill? I'd be doing a comparison like, this is crazy, I need an investigation. And sure enough, for the 2 years that I lived here before solar panels, usually in January, February, March, my electrical bill was so high. So what I did was I took that whole years of electricity use and calculated it out. And then I took what it was going to cost to pay for the solar panels each month, and it equaled out to equal or lesser than. So for me, it just made financial sense to get the solar panels, pay the interest-free loan, which you don't see too often anymore, plus those government grants. It made a huge difference in my life. I don't have to worry or plan about a $600 payment in February anymore, which is great. It's $35, $40 a month. I would recommend solar to, if you're got the ability to either put it on your roof or have the land. Thankfully, I had the land to go with the ground mount here. I prefer the land so that I can have the ability to tilt it. But yeah, I would recommend solar panel, if you can, to help offset that cost of the electricity bills, because it's only going to get worse. Electricity, as with any other cost of living expenses, is going to go up. So if this can help alleviate some of that financial burden and strain, and if the provincial and federal governments are able to back that up with grants and interest-free loans, then it just makes sense. Well, there's minimal maintenance and upkeep to it because Sunly is there for you for any of your needs or issues that may arise. They're very attentive to fixing your solution and fixing it quickly. It helps with the rising costs of electricity. Solar panels are warranted, and I believe they add value to your house. So if you're looking to add an investment or you're looking to sell your house, it becomes more attractive to buyers to know that their energy and their electricity bill is not going to be highly expensive. Absolutely. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sunly's been great to me. Their customer service has been stellar. I can't say enough good things about Sunly. I believe if you use the same company to add solar panels, it just makes it easier on the same system that you have. Right now, I don't have a need for more because the panels that I have were assessed for my needs as is. But I am also looking at other options to the summer home and cottage to potentially add it there. Once I found a company that I feel has treated me good as a customer and is always there for me if I need them, just having that stability as a customer service and as a client makes me feel safe and protected, and I don't have to worry about if they're not going to show up on time. They've always been there for me. So yeah, I would stick with something 100%. Could I sum up my experience in one word with Sunly? I think I'm my word of the day would be stellar.